Hello and welcome to CUTV's quiz show. My name's Ware, I will be your presenter this evening.
And my name's Aaron James, I'll be the statistician for this evening.
On my left we have the team of elected officers, on my right the team of the Four Horsemen of the Apocolypse. Elected officers, would you mind introducing yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Beth Button, I'm the Education Officer here at the Cardiff Students Union.
I am Brigadier Kieran Gadley, Union Development and Internal Affairs.
Captain Cwis, Head of Student Media.
And the Four Horsemen of the Apocolypse.
I'm Rob, just a random bloke from outside.
I'm Jordan, I was brought in here unexpectedly.
I am Alex, I was brought in here and didn't expect it.
Yeah, and also we got our fourth member, which is my imaginary friend. But I did a photo of him, and this is him. It's a nice little photo of Steve.
Oh, nice. Yeah. The format is 4 rounds of 5 questions each. The odd number questions in each round will be put to the elected officers first. If they get it wrong, I can refer over to the Four Horsemen, and vice versa for the even number questions. The last question in each round will be open to both teams. Round 1 is on current affairs. Are we all ready? Question 1, elected officers. Which student newspaper has sparked a debate over freedom of speech after printing an interview with BNP chairman Nick Griffin?
I think that's Leeds Student.
Absolutely correct. 10 points for the elected officers.
Incidentally, the Leeds Student was the first student newspaper to produce a tablet edition. Bit of trivia for you there.
Yes, thank you, Aaron. Question 2, Four Horsemen. Robbie Williams got his first #1 single in 8 years this week, but what problem is he facing from Radio 1?
Censorship.
I'm afraid I can't, because I'm going to have to move over to the elected officers.
Good for that.
Swearing live on radio?
It's not, I'm afraid. It's after Nick Grimshaw's comments that they won't play him because he is too old and irrelevant.
Okay.
Question 3 over to the elected officers. You're 10-0 in front at the moment. The Humanities Building is due to be renamed at the end of this month, but what is its new name?
Good for that.
Hayden Ellis?
It's not. Thinking caps on, Four Horsemen.
Please, one of you. Just rack your mind.
The building of humanities.
It's not, I'm afraid. The answer is it's going to be the John Percival Building. Aaron, any info on John Percival?
Yeah, I had a look at him just before. He's actually quite famous. He joined the university in '62. He was a classics and archaeology teacher. He also headed the UK Classical Association, so a big name in the world stage.
Right, question 4. Four Horsemen. It's Remembrance Sunday this week. Around how many poppies get sold each year?
25 million.
Okay, 25 million.
Oh, I can't accept that. 25 million is wrong. Elected officers?
1 in 10.
Yeah.
What's that? My maths is crap.
You want 1 in 10 from 60 million.
I mean, yeah.
We'll go about 6 million.
6 million is also wrong. The correct answer is 45 million. Aaron?
Yeah, it's interesting. You buy poppies every year, you can forget actually why you do it. It all goes to the British Royal Legion, which is the biggest UK charity in regards to the armed services. Last year they spent £90 million on health and welfare for the armed service community, so they're doing a lot of good work.
An excellent cause. Thank you, Aaron. Remember that question 5 is open to both teams. Obama was re-elected as President of the United States this week. Does anybody know the final result between the two parties? Elected officers went first.
Oh, thanks for that. That's wrong, right? I want to say 203 to the Democrats.
It was like 3.
No, wait, is it?
It was first to reach 270, and
Then it would be
303.
303 for the Democrats. And then the Republicans were on 205? That's definitely wrong. I'm a politics student.
Democrats 303, Republicans 205, you're saying? That's absolutely correct. That's a brilliant answer. Well done, elected officers. That puts you 20-0 in front at the end of round 1. On to round 2 with the first of our unseen rounds. Elected officers, would one of you like to pick an envelope, please?
Go B? Yeah, go B.
Okay.
Yes, I know.
And the first of the unseen rounds is on the topic of space. Question 1 goes to the elected officers. What is the fourth closest planet to the Sun?
Fourth closest planet from the Sun. So you're the Sun.
Yeah, and
Then my very easy method. So whatever the second M is, so it's either Mars or Mercury.
no, Mercury's the close one, so it'll be Mars.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. Based on that,
Mars.
You're saying Mars?
Yeah.
Excellent answer, elected officers. Another 10 points. Question 2.
Yeah.
On what date did Apollo 11 land on the moon?
The date. I know it was in November, I think.
Yeah.
I couldn't. The problem is I was getting confused with the date in Doctor Who. The original Who, so I don't want to get
November.
So you've lost your fourth horseman.
I have lost my whole.
so we're going for 1963.
23rd of
23rd
November.
of November.
I can't accept it. Over to the elected officers.
I'm certain. If it's what I think, if it's what I think it
Go
is.
for that.
Go
Go
for
for
it,
it.
go for it.
Yeah.
Right, 1969 is the year. And then I stab in the dark for the date.
Month.
Month, 1 in 12 chance.
I reckon it would be
Name your favourite
summer.
month.
Summer, probably. July we'll go for.
No, but
We'll go for July, thank you for an answer.
I can give you 5 points for 1969. That is absolutely correct. It was the 20th of July, 1969. Aaron.
Well, to be honest, guys, that was a very good effort. 1969 might seem quite early for space travel at that point, but actually it was the 5th manned mission, Apollo 11, of NASA's Apollo program. There were 4 others before it.
Thank you, Aaron. Question 3, it's back to the elected officers. Earth is in the Milky Way. But what is the next nearest galaxy, please?
Awesome.
when it's not galaxy.
We'll go Kinder Bueno.
You're going for...
Kinder Bueno.
It's not, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Over to the Four Horsemen.
Alpha Centauri.
I'm afraid not. The answer is Andromeda.
The Andromeda Galaxy is about 2.5 million light years away from Earth, but to be honest, I know it more because of Star Trek Andromeda. Has anyone ever seen that?
It's only walking distance away, isn't it, really? We could do that.
Not far on a bike.
Not yes, a space bike like ET, maybe. Question 4. Four Horsemen. What does NASA stand for?
The North American Space Agency.
I can't accept that. I'm sorry. Elected officers. What does NASA stand for? To take you further into the lead.
National Aeronautical Space Agency.
Oh, I can't accept that. No, you needed the final A. It's the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. I'm afraid I can't accept that. Aaron, any news on NASA?
Yeah, one of the biggest steps forward after the war. NASA started in 1958. It started with only $100 million per year in budget, which sounds a lot, but back then for space travel it wasn't loads, and it had 3 big laboratories spread across the United States.
Thank you, Aaron. And remember, the final question is open to both teams. There was a ban on human space flights in Britain for 30 years. True or false? Elected officers.
True, because they sent monkeys instead.
I'm afraid it's not.
I'm gonna guess it's false.
That's absolutely correct.
I know, just like...
And that's the first 10 points for the Four Horsemen going into round 3. Scores on the doors, elected officers have 35, Four Horsemen have 10. The second of our unseen rounds. Four Horsemen, would you like to pick your
yes.
envelope, please?
Steve is gonna go and get.
Steve's going to, okay. Go on, Steve.
We're gonna get F, are we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good. Somewhat.
Okay, if you'd just like to give that to me. Thank you, Steve. Round 3 is on capital cities. Elected officers have question 1. Get your geography thinking caps on. What is the capital city of Australia, please? The capital of Australia.
Canberra.
Absolutely correct. Elected officers, another 10 points. Over to Aaron.
Yeah, Canberra is the 8th largest city in Australia. It's located way down in the southeast. It's 200 miles there and thereabouts from Sydney.
Thank you, Aaron. Four Horsemen question 2. Which capital has hosted the Summer Olympic Games the most times?
Okay, yeah, go for it.
London.
London is absolutely correct. Aaron, info on London.
Yeah, London is actually the only Olympic city to have hosted the Summer Games 3 times. It had it in 1908, 1940, and obviously in 2012.
Question 3. Elected officers, it's true or false again. A chance to redeem yourselves here. Johannesburg is one of the capital cities of South Africa.
We'll go for false.
Correct. Elected officers. Aaron?
Yeah, Cape Town is actually the capital of South Africa. It's home to some wonderful natural landmarks if you're into that, like the Table Mountain and Cape Point.
Thank you, Aaron. Question 4. Four Horsemen. What is the capital city of the state of California?
It might be San Diego.
San Diego.
San Diego.
That rings a bell. It's somewhere.
Yeah, San Diego. What do you think?
I think the elected officers are ready to pounce.
San Diego.
San Diego.
San Diego.
That's the evidence to the contrary.
Wrong, I'm afraid. Over to the elected officers.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I don't know.
Go on,
Los
Barton.
Angeles?
Los Angeles is also wrong. The correct answer is Sacramento.
It's easy to think otherwise. I mean, San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Long Beach are all in the state of California. They're all much more famous and much bigger than Sacramento, which is the capital.
Question 5. Elected officers, fingers on honkers. Four Horsemen, fingers on buzzers. Name the 2 cities, and there's 5 points for each city, featured in Charles Dickens's novel A Tale of Two Cities.
London and Paris.
Absolutely correct. A fantastic
I love
answer
you right
there.
now.
Four Horsemen. 10 points.
I know my literature.
A bit late there, I'm afraid. Elected officers.
That is not a problem. No, A Tale of Two Cities has sold over 200 million copies worldwide. It's one of the biggest selling pieces of literature of all time, and it's set during the French Revolution.
Wish I could sell my books as good as that, that's for sure. On to the final round, which is general knowledge. Scores on the doors. Elected officers have 45. The Four Horsemen are pulling back. They're on 30 points.
Oh, we can do this.
So it is all to play for. Elected officers, question 1. Which US city did Indiana Jones take off from on his adventures in the film Raiders of the Lost Ark?
So dubious. I've not
There's a
seen
lot of
them.
cities to choose from.
We'll go for New York.
You say New York? It's wrong, I'm afraid. There's a big opportunity here, Four Horsemen.
Yeah, we could try Washington.
Washington.
Wrong, I'm afraid.
Oh.
The correct answer is San Francisco. Aaron, Indiana Jones, great movies.
Yeah, I love them. I have the box set at home. No, San Francisco is the second biggest city in the state of California, which we were just talking about, the biggest being Los Angeles.
Thank you, Aaron. Question 2, Four Horsemen. Who was the British Prime Minister when Richard Nixon was elected President of the United States?
Fucking Howard Winston's name. 45, 50, 52.
Just say a name.
Followed by... No, the name's not going to come to me. I'm going to have to guess. Harold Wilson.
I think you've got a secret talisman there. Harold Wilson is absolutely correct. Aaron.
No, Harold Wilson was the first born and raised Yorkshireman to hold the office of Prime Minister in the UK, and he's still the only one to have done so. So a lot of Yorkshire people will be very proud of him.
Okay, 45-40. Question 3, elected officers. At what temperature do both the Fahrenheit and Celsius scales have the same value?
Seems to be there.
It's about 100 0, like minus 40.
If you think when you said it's hot minus, so it's actually it's
Yeah.
never anywhere near 100 values.
Kieran?
Minus 82.
It's not. Over to the Four Horsemen.
Minus 18.
It's not minus 18, it's indeed minus 40. Question 4. Which king in a typical pack of playing cards does not have a moustache? This is to the Four Horsemen.
We're going to go for hearts.
King of Hearts.
Which one are you going for? The
King of Hearts.
King of Hearts is absolutely correct. Rightfully. Aaron.
Love you.
Yeah, that's very good. I looked up why it is the King of Hearts, which is different to all of the rest of the playing cards. Apparently it dates back to the way they used to make their cards. They used to use wooden blocks in the 16th century, and then through time the process actually made mistakes. So that's why the King of Hearts has a mistake on it, no moustache.
Well, guys, this is the last question of the day, and it is absolutely vital. About which person was Elton John's Candle in the Wind originally written about?
Princess Diana.
It's not. Over to the Four Horsemen. Oh, you need an answer quickly. You've got 5 seconds. Absolutely
Marilyn
right.
Monroe.
That makes the Four Horsemen
Thank God,
the
epic
winners of
number.
tonight's quiz. Thank you, Four Horsemen. It was an epic comeback there. You'll be seeing them in a few weeks' time. Thank you very much for watching. Commiserations to the elected officers. You've been a fantastic team. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.
Good night.